friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Evelyn here, and first and foremost, as always, a huge thank you to everyone for supporting me, and a cheeky request: if you haven't done so already, please hit the all important subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. So what are we up to this week? Well, it's no secret that I am absolutely obsessed with hair scarves and hairbands. So this week I wanted to take some time to show you how to create hairbands 3 ways and show you how to use and style them. If you've been watching some of the pattern drafting tutorials so far on the channel and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, this is the video for you. We are going to take it back to real basics here. So come along with Anne, as always, Sleepy Luna and I, and create some hair scarves 3 ways. It's also a great remnant buster, so grab that bag of scrap fabrics and let's get creating. Are you snoring? So without further ado, let's talk supplies. Get to that remnant stash. One of these projects uses a jersey or stretch fabric, and the other 2 can use any fabric you can get your hands on. I've used some sheer chiffons, some cottons, and also some silks to make these scarves. Grab yourself some matching cotton and some dressmaking pins. And as always for our drafting projects, grab yourself a tape measure 2, a ruler, a pencil or a marker pen. To make our jersey stretch headband, you will need some fabric that is approximately 7.5 inches wide by approximately 50 inches long. Because all jersey and stretch fabrics have different stretch percentages, this length measurement is approximate, and what I suggest you do here is take your chosen stretch fabric and see how much you need to comfortably and snugly fit around your head from forehead to nape and around. Then take this measurement and times it by 2, adding a 1 inch for seam allowance. This is because our final headband is going to be twisted in half. I am going to use this gorgeous blue jersey that I found in my remnants bag. Unfortunately, I haven't got a long enough piece to create the full length of my headband from one section. But don't despair about this, simply stitch sections together to create the full required length. And here I am doing just that, stitching 2 sections together to create my full required 50-inch length. With right sides together, fold the fabric in half widthways and sew all along the full length of the fabric, leaving the sides open. Turn your fabric right sides out and tuck in the seam allowance on one end like so. Taking the other end, place it inside the other side like so to create a circle of jersey fabric, then top stitching this final seam closed. To create your headband, place the circle of jersey fabric over your hands like so, twisting once, twice, and then bringing the loops together to create your headband like so. And here is the finished jersey headband. I love these casual headbands and they look great with a side chignon like this. They are also great to have on hand when doing your daily skincare routine, as they're great for keeping the hair out of your face. They are also a great accessory to create a vintage look on those days when you simply just want to brush your hair and go like this. Next, we will create a staple in the vintage accessory wardrobe, a square scarf. And for this, you will need a piece of fabric approximately 28 by 28 inches. Because these are easy dimensions we are using, I do suggest just marking them straight onto your fabric. To create this scarf, we are going to start with some pressing. Taking a tape measure or ruler, mark inwards from the corners at 1/2 inch and press the corner into that mark. This will help you on the next pressing step. We are then going to press the sides in 1/4 inch and then again 1/4 inch, pinning this seam in place, and this is going to form the hem of our scarf. And as you can see, when you do that, it creates a wonderfully crisp corner like this. Taking our scarf to our machine, we are simply going to stitch those hems in place, pivoting at each corner. These square scarves are so incredibly versatile, so let me show you a few ways to wear them. So there you have a couple of ways to style your new square scarf. For even more ways, head over to my TikTok _Evelyn Adore. Finally, let's make some longer scarves. For these, you will need fabric that is a height of 8 inches, and then for the length of the scarf, I have simply used the full width of the fabric. I've made scarves like this with 54-inch wide fabric and also with 60-inch wide. These scarves are incredibly quick and easy to create. Fold your fabric in half widthways, sewing all the way along and down one side, leaving one side open by which to turn your fabric. Then simply fold the seam allowances inside this open edge and top stitch closed. For the chiffon version of this scarf, I chose to keep the full width intact, simply hemming all the way around like so. And here are a couple of ways to style these scarves, some which you might not expect, but the possibilities really are endless here, so create your own and have a go. Some ways of styling these longer scarves are even multitasking. Taking the scarf like so, I am wrapping small sections of my hair around the scarf, then securing the ends with a hair elastic. Continuing to twist the scarf ends, I then take them to the back of my head, tying them in place. If I do this with damp hair and leave it overnight, these are the results. Yes, scarves that are not only easy to create and look great, but also curl your hair too. You're welcome. So there we are, friends, 3 ways to create vintage inspired hairbands and hair scarves, together with a few ideas on how to use and style them. Not only is this a great remnant busting activity and a lovely beginner way to get into some pattern drafting, but it's also a quick, easy and inexpensive way to begin looking into a vintage aesthetic or vintage look. Please let me know if you give any of these a go. I would love to connect with all of you. My Instagram is @EvelynAdore, and as always, I love chatting with you in the comments. So please do get in touch when you can. But until next week, from an, as always, sleeping Luna and I, take care. Bye bye. I feel like a Bond villain. Been expecting you, Mr. Bond.